Blast. Very excited. So I have what's in front of me, the ingredients for the healing broth, which I can show you right here. Now, I really like the healing broth after a light blast day, so it's really important for me, and I hope you guys feel the same when you have the healing broth. Of course, you can eat whatever you'd like. Doesn't matter. I mean, whatever you feel like you have, or the food you have, or whatever you're doing. If you know of the healing broth, it's an amazing recipe. Very, very beneficial for people with chronic illness. It has a history and a street cred of like helping people with almost anything as far as what they're going through, from colds, flus, all of that stuff. Good to see you guys coming on. Little light blast discussion. I got some water in here. It's just about to take a boil. Let's just get some stuff chopped up really quick to begin with. 4 carrots. Let's get some carrots cubed. We're going to pop this in. Good to see you guys. Do you feel like a different person after that light blast? Incredible. Truly, I can't even tell you. What was your experience? What was your experience? Listen, you guys, just so you know, if you post your experience on the light blast, if you post a reel or do a post, I'm not going to be able to see it. The algorithm has been changed on IG, so I can't see it. So what you have to do is you have to hashtag medical medium on that post and tag at medical medium. But you have to then put it on your Insta story and hashtag medical medium and tag medical medium on your Insta story. Then I can see it. I'm chopping up some carrots right now. Let's get this going. We're making the healing broth because it's an incredible tool, medical medium tool, to help with emotional healing, emotional cleansing. Now, I mean, I was just talking to a family member and a friend who was at the light blast, and they experienced the light that came down. Some people saw the light, just clear as day. It's all they saw was the white light. And then some people saw it way up there behind the stars. And then some people saw a flash in their eyes. Some people, after it was done, saw white light when it was finished. Some people didn't see any light, but they felt it through their body. And they felt it in their hands. They felt it in their legs. I'm getting some carrots in here. I still have goosebumps. It was really intense. Really intense. All right, so I got my carrots going. Let's keep this up. I don't have celery stalks, but I got the tops of celery. I have the celery greens, right? Very little stalk, but I'm going to use it. Let's get this in the healing broth. Healing broth is helpful because it helps with emotions that have been cleansed. What happens is there's space now inside of us after the light blast. I don't know if you feel it. Do you feel like a refresh? Do you feel like a fresh start? It's an incredible feeling. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's really incredible. I've been trying to put words to it for hours now since it happened. Let's get some shiitake mushrooms in here. Shiitake mushrooms. All right. Do you have the ingredients? If you don't, just hang out with me. Of course, you can have what you would like, anything you have in your kitchen, if you're going to eat it all right now. Or just hang out. Let's talk about the light blast. Let's talk about your experience. Let's get these shiitake mushrooms in here. I want this healing broth cooking right away so we can talk. I might put one more shiitake mushroom in there if that's okay by you guys. I happen to like shiitake mushrooms, so I'm going to pop one more in there. Boom. Let's get that in there. Incredible. All right, guys. We're having a post discussion about the light blast. Whew. Let's get some tomatoes in there too. Yeah, let's get some tomatoes in here. A few medium tomatoes. That's what it calls for, right? Have you made the healing broth before? You have? Get a couple of tomatoes in there. Try to do it as quick as I can without chopping my hand. This knife happens to be a little extra sharp, so I want to be careful. Right. Sweet potato. Let's throw some sweet potato in there. Woo! All right. Does anyone know what book it's from? The Healing Broth is in Brain Saver Protocols. All right, I have to tell you guys. I know we're talking about the Light Blast, but I have to tell you about the surprise I've had. The Light Blast is kind of part of the surprise, right? But I got this other surprise. The Collecting Stones Meditation Journey. It's an event. And guess what? It's free. It's free, but it's going to blow your mind. Just like the Light Blast, it's going to blow your mind. Like transformational stuff. Seriously. July 12th, registration opens for it. Do not miss it. It's a 7-day journey I'm taking you on. Come on. It's going to be so fun, I swear. We have a very tough sweet potato here. And I'm just going to be careful. Be very careful. Don't want to mess around with these sweet potatoes. You don't want to cut them wrong. You don't want to mess up. You know what happened was, after the Light Blast, I was calm. I just stayed in my chair. I stayed in my chair. And then stayed in my chair and stayed in my chair. I didn't get up. And I didn't get up for a long time. I just soaked it in and I just sat there. And it was a feeling I can't describe. I'm still trying to actually describe it. Which leads me to this. What's going to happen with a lot of you guys is things are going to unravel after the Light Blast. And I've seen this happen so many times where a week later, you start feeling all these results from it. 2 weeks later, you start feeling all these results from it. A month later, it's still carrying on. Or things start happening a month later. It works different in every single person because we're not all the same. No one is the same as another person. We're not all the same. Some people are going to see the light. Some people are actually going to feel it in their hands. Some people are going to feel it instantly in their neck. They're going to feel it run through them. They're going to sleep better tonight. They're going to have deeper dreams. They're going to have vivid dreams. They're going to have experiences. Everybody's different. It's going to be like that. So just remember as each day goes on how things are going to be different along the way. For each person, no one is the same. You have emotional experiences someone else doesn't have. Someone else has emotional experiences and wounds in their soul that someone else doesn't have. And that's how it works. Someone asked, what is the Light Blast? We just did the Light Blast. We just did it this morning, Eastern Time, afternoon, Pacific Time. And it's something you want to experience. Get on the newsletter so you can learn about it. Because I want to do another one. 110,000 people were on the Light Blast today. 110,000 people. 33,000 people signed up, registered for the Light Blast. 33,000 people. And what happened was over 110,000 people ended up at the Light Blast. because people gave out the link. Remember when I said something about that? Try not to give out the link. I'm trying to say it in a really nice way. Please don't give out the link. Because if you give out the link, you're probably going to crash our technology, because we only have technology enough for what we felt. With technology enough from technology experts telling us that 30,000 people was max on this one that signed up, but we let it go to 33,000 people for the sign up. But what happened was lots of people shared the link, gave the link out, and it ended up over 110,000 people were on. But what happens when that happened is it ends up starting to break down the system a little bit. And then some people, they lose a connection or something. It can happen. All right. So we still have some turmeric to put in. And I apologize. I apologize to anyone who could not get on. And we're going to do another light blast. And we're going to do one fairly soon. Not a long time from now, but fairly soon. So I apologize. My greatest apology to anyone that couldn't get on, that registered and couldn't get on, or registered and just, it couldn't happen for them. Like, my greatest apology, seriously. I feel really awful about that if they couldn't get on. We're working on improving the technology so people can actually get on and not have that problem. I'm just letting you know. It's good to see you guys. I'm making the healing broth right now. I'm making it out of the Brain Saver Protocols book. I'm not going to talk about the Brain Saver Protocol book. We're talking about the Light Blast. But if you don't have this book, you're missing out. Get this book from Amazon or from the library, whatever library. Just get the book, okay? When you can, you'll be mind blown about that, but it's not about that. It's about what happened today with the Light Blast. Afton Maxner says, I cried like a baby, but I feel like I have a fresh start. I feel like I have a fresh start too. When you said there was 10 people left, I felt like I'm getting chills and I'm getting emotional right now with you saying that. When you feel like there's 10 people left. 10 people left. What you're saying, if no one understands what that means, is that as the light was going through everybody, there were a lot of stragglers. There were people that were, how should I say it? Tough cookies. Lots of heartbreak, old heartbreak, lots of emotional wounds, lots of soul wounds, lots of soul injuries, lots of confrontation, things in their life, even abuse, all kinds of different things that have been happening in their life. Maybe they were gaslit forever in their life, all these years, whatever it is. Broken trust issues, betrayal, relationship breakups, relationship problems, whether it's divorces or breakups or friendships or business partners, whatever it is. So many people had so many wounds, and the world is getting tougher. And what happened was, when that light went through people and it hit the crown of their head and it ran through them, it blew up that stuff to get it out of them. It literally sent shrapnel out. It sent debris out of their body. And that's why I was saying you got to kind of like shake the air a little bit, because it was blowing that much out of people. And it was that intense. And the 10 people left were the toughest cookies. The ones with a lot of injuries, a lot of heartache, a lot of betrayal that happened in their life, a lot of broken trust. And those 10 people, it all blew out of them by the end. It was just boom, that debris came out. That hurt, that wound, all of it came out right at the end there. That was the last 10 people. There were a few people that went through close to the beginning, went right through them, where the light goes right through the crown of their head, runs through the body, runs out of their feet into the ground. There was a bunch of those, but not a lot. Everybody had a blockage. Everybody had a blockage. And some people, as they were blocked here, they were blocked here. Some people didn't even get through their head right at the beginning. Yes, I feel lighter and so calm. I just read that comment. Okay, I felt, Zen Veteran says, I felt stop in the chest. So you felt the light stop in your chest. Then you felt it stop in the heart. Then you felt it stop in the stomach. And then it went all the way through. That's what it was doing. That's the kind of experiences that was happening. And Spirit of Compassion was telling me that light was getting locked up in people. The third one was starting to really get through people. Then it was amplified. Then the fourth one. Then it was amplified. And the more people were freed. Cricket says on IG, yes, first light blast. My heart feels light. I am warm and still somewhat tingly. I'm finding that my body is not registering negative emotions. So amazing. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'm going to put a hot pepper in this. Just bear with me for a second. I had chili pepper flakes here, but I'm going to take this garden pepper right here. Robert said on Facebook, I saw red and orange and purple and violet when I closed my eyes during the blast. A lot of people saw a lot of different colors too. That's really interesting. You guys don't mind if I put a little hot pepper in here? I'm not going to put the whole cayenne in there because I don't want this broth too bitey, too hot. So I'm going to do that. I still got garlic to put in. I still have some ginger to put in. Let me put an inch of ginger in there. I would like to put some ginger in there. Is that okay with you guys? I have to tell you though, I'm actually feeling really good after the light blast. I feel, okay, so Rory says, I feel so much better since the light blast. Incredible. And then Freddie, I think, said, I felt it in my hands. I felt it in my hands and legs. I couldn't get off my seat afterwards. I just sat there. I was kind of in shock. I read some people saw rainbow colors. I see that comment on IG. Amazing. I feel so much better, Julian says on IG. It's such a miracle. Wind Wild says, I had a hard time getting online, so I got the end of it. I want to do it again. I will try to make sure we do it again soon, not later, but soon. I feel really bad for a lot of people that could not get in to the light blast. Laura says, I feel infused over there on Facebook. You did cry after the first blast. Well, if you were there for, oh my God, at the first blast, you'd be the very first that came down. Wow. Get a little parsley in here if you guys don't mind. Lone says over there on Facebook, why do we cry during the light blast? So much is letting go. We bury, we stuff inside, we hide, we put aside, we put deep the emotional wounds because you have to move forward. You can't live in the hurt in the moment, so we have to pick up our feet. We got to move forward. But what happens is, over the years, it builds up inside of us. Some people might not feel much at first, but then they'll feel it and see the changes in the coming days, weeks, and months. Let's get some garlic in here. We stuff it inside. My anatomy's over there. Madeline says, it was intense for me. I was dizzy, nauseated, and felt a little weak afterward. It was only later that I got my energy back. I feel good, though. It is real. Thank you, Madeline, for being here. Thank you for being at the light blast. Truly, I'm so glad you were able to get in. I feel sad about people that registered and they say they couldn't get in. There's 110,000 people there. The system was barely hanging in there by a thread because it wasn't designed for 110,000 people. Dear Lord. Patricia Santana over there on YouTube. I felt the light blast, especially in my legs. I have a peaceful feeling. Let's see how we sleep tonight, too. Some of us might sleep a lot better. Some of us might just be buzzing because of the amount of healing that occurred. It's almost like you don't know what to do with yourself when you get that much healing emotionally. Cynthia C says, is it normal that we feel tired afterwards? Yes. Yes. For a bunch of people, that's definitely going to happen. Doing some garlic here. You guys remember what I always say about garlic? When you see me crush it by hand like that, or you see a chef out there crush it by hand like that, you have to have the blade facing out. You can't have the blade facing in when you crush garlic like that. Burning Around Town says, there was less tech issues than last time, though. Laugh out loud. Indeed, you're right. In fact, you are 100% correct. Actually, 1,000% correct. How about 100,000% correct? We improved. Not because of me. I can't take the credit. The credit goes to my team. My team worked their butts off for this light blast, you guys. They worked their butts off for it. Like, I can't even tell you. So much so. So much so. And for free, because we want people to get the healing. Is it normal I feel tired and couldn't get it? I'm not sure what that means, couldn't get it. All right, let's get some garlic in here. This is cooking. Healing broth is already being made. Nice. Nice. Garlic. What a smell garlic has, isn't it? Something else? I saw the light, Deanna says. Incredible. I get tingles. I get goosebumps. I get chills. When I just read that just now, I saw the light. We stuff the stuff down. We stuff it deep inside. Hello, I'm living my life. Oh, you just betrayed me. Crap, I'm hurting for a few weeks or months, but I have to move forward with my life. So I'll pick up my feet and I'll keep on moving forward. And I'm going to have to stuff that betrayal injury down deep inside. Walking around and going on and meet somebody else or something happens. Hello, how are you? Ooh, you just broke my trust. What the heck? It hurts. Hurts really bad. But I have to move forward. I'm going to stuff it down deep inside. Let me bury it down. Hello, I keep on moving on with my life. I come across something else. Like, what? Why did that happen? Hey, that's unfair. I'm not validated. You misunderstood me. I stuff it down deep inside because you got to move forward. And then it sits there and it sits there and it percolates and it percolates and it grows and it turns it and it festers and festers over time. And then we're running around doing self-help. I'm trying this, I'm trying that, I'm trying that, I'm trying this, but it keeps on coming back. The patterns keep on coming back. I try to do this, I do this meditation, I go here, I go to yoga class, I go wherever I'm doing. Oh, that's great. But it still comes back. I still have all the patterns coming back. And so what I love about the light blast is it's different than anything else because it's not man-made down here. It's not controlled by man. It's not controlled by time or space. It's not controlled by law. It's not controlled by nature. It's not controlled by physics. Nature can be cruel. Nature can control stuff. Physics, nature controls things. We need light that's on the angelic realm. There's no control. There's no earthly control. And what the light blast is, it's not about that. The light blast is separate from that. It's out of the earthly chaos. It's not involved with the earthly chaos. It's entirely different. And so we need that kind of light when we're all built up inside with everything stuffed down in us, the hurt, the betrayal, the broken trust, all the pain and suffering, all the losses, the heartache, all the different things we go through, the validation issues, because we've been not validated, because we've had trust broken, because we're taken advantage of, or we're mistreated, or we're gaslit, or whatever you want to call it. There's so much hurt. And then we need a light that's not controlled by law, governed here on planet mess. We need a light that's away from that, comes from above. And you believe in God, if you believe in God, that's where the light comes from, way up there. If you believe in the universe, then it comes from there. If you believe in a creator, if you believe in, everybody has different beliefs, but the light is there. Alicia M, this was my second light blast, and I felt so clear this second time around. I didn't feel the light getting stuck like I did last time, which I want to say to people. Once you've had a light blast before, once you've had one, things can be different when you get another light blast. And that's all incredible, all in its own. Things can be so much different when you get another light blast. Cold White Spring said, are you tired? Cold White Spring, May, are you asking me if I'm tired? The MM who burns a candle at 5 different ends? Okay, we're making the healing broth right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm tired. Because the light blast is not easy on me. All right? But I still feel a lot of the incredible effects. What happens is that it is tiring on me, but in a good way. Because I know I'm being used as a conduit, and that's what's tiring, right? Because I'm being used as the conduit, the messenger, facilitated, right? So because of that, it's tiring, yes. But I have no complaints, because on the flip side, I get some light, which is incredible. And I feel so good because of it. And on the flip side, the most important, which isn't about me getting any light, the most important is you guys getting what you need. I'm at your service. I want to be at your service. And that's the critical part, is you guys getting what you need. And that's the part that matters to me, because I'm at your service. That's the whole point. If I have to be the conductor, if I have to be the conduit and the conductor, so be it. That's fine. If it tires me out a little bit, fine. If it tires me out a lot, fine. If it puts me in shock for a little bit, fine. But it's well worth it when I know you guys get what you need and I'm at your service. And then I bounce back after being the conduit and the conductor. I bounce back after being the messenger. And I feel the effects of the light. This is coming out incredible, by the way. Got hot pepper in here. I got parsley in here. I got celery in here. I got tomatoes. I got carrots. And I forgot the onions. I have an onion right here. Uh-oh, though. Gonna get tears in the eyes. We don't edit these. These are live right here. I'm live in the moment. I just want you to know. What's happening inside our bodies, MM? Sugar Plum asks. Hurt takes up space. Hurt from betrayal and broken trust and old wounds going all the way back, from relationships to just different things that have happened in life, take up space. And then we run around trying to actually soothe ourselves. And we get in trouble. We get into addictions. We get into self-destructive patterns. We get into everything. We jump into self-help. We look for help. We do all these things. We seek out therapy. Everything we do, right? Psychiatrists, therapists. We seek out therapy because we're trying to fix it, right? But those wounds take up space. They take up brain space. They take up soul space. They take up spirit, heart, soul space. Mind, body, however you want to call it, it takes up space. So if you want to ask the question, what is happening in our bodies, MM? Start with, what the light blast does is it opens up new space inside of us, inside our soul, inside of our body, inside of our spirit, inside of us. It actually is extracting that venom and that poison, right? That old hurt. And then when that leaves, you got space. Did you ever have a really cluttered house? Did you ever have a cluttered apartment? Did you ever have a cluttered closet? Did you ever have anything that was so cluttered, right? Your car is cluttered. What about your car? Is your car cluttered? You ever drive a car that's filled with so much stuff? There's garbage on the floors. Did you ever do that in your life? Maybe you're somebody that never happened to. There isn't a bunch of garbage on the floor. You don't have boxes. You don't have stuff. I know people, they have to live out of their cars practically. And their cars are just taking up, there's no space in their car. What happens when you clean that car up and you get rid of all that stuff and you organize it and you get it out and you throw out a bunch of stuff? Whether it's in a house, an apartment, whether it's in a dwelling, whether it's in a car, it makes room for something else. Makes room for something else. When you actually are experiencing the removal of wounds that shouldn't sit there and fester forever, year after year, for 20 years, 30 years, when you remove those, what happens, you guys? Space opens up. And then things are possible. An ignition, igniting the healing process. You guys, I just want to tell you, real quick, I got to tell you about the Collecting Stones meditation journey. I just have to let you know. I beg of you. I beg. I'm begging, I'm at your service, but I'm also begging that you don't miss out. I say that because it's going to be that life-changing. That you don't miss out on this opportunity. Because then you're going to say to yourself, oh my God, did I mess up? How did I miss that? So Collecting Stones is one of the meditations inside Medical Medium New Edition. New Edition. If you don't have the book, go to the library, get the book. Or go to Amazon. It's on sale at Amazon right now. So it's a Medical Medium New Edition book. There is a meditation in the back of this book called Collecting Stones. I just want to give you guys the rundown on how insane this is. Okay? So I'm going to find it. Collecting Stones. That's surrounded by trees, that meditation. That's free as a bird meditation. Here it is, Collecting Stones right here. When you want to cleanse yourself of challenging emotions, take a walk in nature and keep your eye out for small stones. Okay, here's the Collecting Stones meditation. I'm going to be guiding personally. Registration starts July 12th. That's registration. The meditation is going to start July 19th. Keep this in mind. It's coming up. It is a 7-day meditation journey that I'm guiding you personally. And you're wondering, how much is it going to cost? Everybody else's stuff out there costs a whole bunch of money. Certainly AW for a 7-day guided journey, it's going to cost a lot. It's free. It's free. And your life is going to change, because not only if you did the light blast, and if you didn't do the light blast, fine. Still do the Collecting Stones meditation journey. You will be blown away. Anyway, Medical Medium, make sure you have that if you're going to do it. Mary C. on YouTube. I'm getting the chills now again thinking about it. I saw light through my eyelids and my eyes were moving like in REM mode. Surreal. Very healing. Thank you, AW and SOC. Every time I read a comment like that, I go, like, because I understand. Gabriel, over there on Facebook. Thank you, Anthony. I felt energy on my head and got very emotional, then started crying. Thanks to Spirit of Compassion. gonna get me emotional for sure. Like, I am emotional about just reading that, and kind of gets me choked up because okay, so got a comment here. The Light Blast. I signed up, used the link. I signed up before 9 o'clock CST this morning and nothing. I had checked Telegram for updates and the final update was not clear that you were starting and no indication that it had finished. I finally logged off after 10:20. This is breaking my heart as I'm speaking. This was a waste of my time and you seem to have no consideration for others. Look, I know you're upset. I really do feel bad that something went wrong there. I appreciate you having this service, but if you can't consistently deliver, you need to pivot and find a new method. Instagram Live allows way more people. Why don't you just go live instead of whatever you are using that I didn't get to take part in? My partner will be throwing your books out since he is so disappointed. This Light Blast was a joke, and apparently it's on me and everyone else that didn't get to join. Okay. Please, I just want to say something, all right? First of all, it kills me that you're upset and that your partner's upset, first of all, okay? And here's what happened, okay? It takes a lot of technology to harness what we're doing. And 110,000 people got on because people shared the link. And they're not supposed to share the link. And a lot of people share the link. And so glitches happen with the technology, right? And Instagram lives, they have a cap on me. And they usually only let me have 500, 600, 700 people when I used to have 6,000 to 10,000 people per live. I used to get 6, 7, 8, 10,000 people every time I went live on Instagram, but they capped me. And so they did that, and they usually keep me around 600, 700. Or if I'm lucky, they'll let me have like 1,400, like out of nowhere one day. But they won't let anybody else go on. They get kicked off. So I can't use IG, right? So I'm just letting you know. Just, so you understand. But I feel for you. I'm sorry if you're going to throw the books out. And I'm sorry that, like, you're really upset. And if I were you, I would be mad too. And that's how I feel. And there are a lot of people that couldn't log on and something went wrong. It was either on their system or it was because of our system. But people shared the link and we had 110,000 people on when there was only supposed to be 33,000 people. And it is a free event. And I'm not trying to cry or anything about stuff. But to put this event on, it costs me thousands and thousands of dollars. And so I don't charge like $100 for a sign up, $100 for a ticket for each person. I don't do that. There's no charge. But yet it costs me tens of thousands of dollars to actually run and put on and pay my team. And we work on it for weeks, including the technology is very expensive to use for that. Anyway, so I just want to be of service. So what I do is what I love to do is give to the community and not empty their pockets. That's what I've always done all these years. I'm the only one out there to whatever they call it, my caliber. That's what PR people will say. My caliber up there in the health and healing world. Then I hate hearing that. And when they say I'm the only one that doesn't do subscription fees for the website, programs and classes and courses and certifications, all these things that just make tons and tons of money to make me a billionaire. Also, did you turn on the audio button on the bottom left? If you did not, that is another reason you have no sound for people who didn't have sound. So onions are there, are cooking. So anyway, But I wanted to I saw that comment come up and I said, look, I want to address it. We put instructions on the screen and above the video, by the way. I'm hoping Dr. Nesbitt stops by. Do you guys remember Dr. Nesbitt? Does anybody remember Dr. Nesbitt? Dr. Nesbitt signed up for the Light Blast and he got in. I get a beating no matter what I do, by the way. You guys, I get a beating. I get a whipping. I get a beating. I get the crap beat out of me no matter what I do. And then, of course, you know, there are enough hate groups out there that don't like me. I'm grateful, too, for you guys. I just saw that. You're so grateful. I'm grateful for you, too. All Storms Past Coaching. I see that right there. Over there on YouTube. I also felt the light stop in my chest. The first blast. With the first blast. After that one, I felt really uncomfortable in my body. Can't explain it. But felt a full release after the last blast. And do you guys remember? It was like the intensity was getting increased. So SSC would say increasing. And then I would get kind of like, I get kind of a little scared, right? Because I know that so much is going to be flying out of people. So much hurt and so many things that have been trapped there for so long. Imprinted. Like imprinted within us. Like imprinted within us. So much gets imprinted and trapped. And so in Spirit of Compassion doesn't start out on the first blast as the most powerful because it's graduate. Because it has to be that way. Because there are people with a lot less wounds. But there are a lot of people with so much going on that it can't be full power on the very first blast. Because that's like pavement, you know, like for real. It's hitting the road real hard. With the second light blast, Janet says, with the second light blast, I had tingles in my arms and legs, but it was technology's going crazy today. But it was a release of tears that surprised me. And I have just woken up from a 2-hour nap, something I never do. I am feeling mellow and so thankful for this opportunity. And Janet, what's going to happen is that's not where it stops, the healing. With the light blast, it carries on. It carries on. I just want to let you guys know, I can't wait to taste this broth. I hope you hang around while I actually put it in a bowl and I have a little bit for myself. I'm actually going to put some in a mug. Okay, you don't want to miss the Collecting Stones Meditation Journey. Registration opens up July 12th. Please be on my newsletter so you know, so you're on my newsletter list. So you know, it's a free 7-day guided journey by me. Get the Medical Medium new edition. Make sure you have it. You won't be sorry. The book is loaded with healing information, but I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm talking about the Collecting Stones meditation in here. You don't want to miss this. Go to the library. Get the book out for free. I don't care. That's fine. Just get the book. Okay? Amazon has it dirt cheap right now. But yes, make sure you have this. You don't want to miss the Collecting Stones meditation journey. All right. Healing broth is done. Now listen, I'm going to strain it if that's okay. EQ.com says, I couldn't get in at first, but refreshed the page and waited again, and it worked. I followed the email instructions and Telegram updates and found it really helpful. So Telegram, be on the Medical Medium Telegram so you can get the updates. Be on the Medical Medium Telegram so you can get the updates. Very important. This is very hot. Let's hope everything goes okay. Let's hope this glass bowl can withstand very hot. Very hot, very hot. Of course, you can keep all of the different herbs and rhizomes and mushrooms and everything else. And you can actually save, which I do. I save all that, but I'm having the broth in the moment. This is live, so anything could go wrong right now. Like a huge mess can occur. Medical Medium does make messes in the kitchen. I just want to give you that disclaimer. So if something happens, don't be surprised. Putting that over here. You guys don't mind? Okay, I have the healing broth. Also, if you don't mind, I'm going to put a couple of little pieces of parsley inside or on top of the broth. Fresh pieces. You're okay with that? I am also going to make a mug of the healing broth. I don't know if that makes sense. Make a mug of the healing broth. I'm going to fill the mug with the healing broth. There we go. This is the way I like to do it. Now, keep in mind, this is really hot. That's the way I like it. Right there. Putting away knives for a second here. Got some healing broth. Thank you, Anthony, for the amazing light blast. I felt the light stuck in the chest and then the stomach. And then after many tries, it went through. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Fantastic. So, I'm reading the comments, you guys. This has just been an incredible day. I can't say enough about it, about how incredible of a day it is. Truly. You guys, Dr. Nesbitt got a light blast today. Dr. Nesbitt, what did you think about the light blast? Dr. Nesbitt says that he got the light blast when he was in surgery. He was doing an open heart surgery. And he said it was his best day in surgery in years. I need people to know that if for some reason you couldn't log on or anything, I will do everything I can in technology power and my team to try to make sure the next light blast has the least amount of glitches. But like somebody said, it was a lot better than the last time. Dr. Nesbitt? Dr. Nesbitt said that he said that his surgery went better today than any other surgery he's done because he had the light blast during his surgery. And he said he had less alcohol to drink after the surgery, so he sent down less shots of vodka and whiskey. You guys, I'm going to have some healing broth. Just know I'm proud of all of you. And let's do the light blast again in the next coming month or so. I'm going to try to get one done sooner than later. Katie Flake said something and it just went up. I can't catch these comments fast enough. Okay. All right, you guys. Love you greatly. And looking forward to hearing how things go. One last thing, really quick. Remember, I can't see your posts or reels. So when you hashtag, of course, medical medium on your posted reels and tag it medical medium, but I still can't see them. So that means you have to then put them on your Insta stories. You have to put your posted reels on your Insta story and hashtag medical medium, tag medical medium on your Insta story for me to be able to see them. And if you can share your experience, it would be helpful for other people in the community that also have experienced so many different emotions and feelings and different sensations during the light blast. And so please share your stories so that others can also see how you felt during yours, and they can share their stories too. It's a community, a very powerful community interaction, because so many of you guys have released so many emotions and so much old hurt. It's very important to all stick together. Many blessings. Mirabai says light blast was super helpful. There was, and then it's gone. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. You want some healing, bro? Sure.